I mentioned that I was going to do a video about writer's block or artist block, what to do when you get stuck and you have zero creativity, zero ideas, you just hit a wall and you just can't seem to come up with any new things to make, create, develop, etc. What do you do in that case? And I said, the first thing you do is realize it's fake. There's no such thing as writer's block. There's no such thing as artist block. The universe is so infinitely beyond full of millions upon millions of layers of creative ideas all swirling in and out and among each other. If you can't see that, that's not because you have a block. That's because you're staring at a wall and you're refusing to readjust. It's like, it's like you're walking, right? You're creatively walking in your mind, in your life, not hypothetically, what's the word? Like, you're walking through life and you hit a wall, but it's not a wall that goes across your whole life. It's just a wall that's like 6 feet by 6 feet. It's just, you could call it a block. So you hit it and you can't get any further and you're going like this, help, and you keep, help, I can't get any further. But it's just a tiny little obstacle. You can go left, you can go right, you can back up, you can go around it. But you're refusing to do that. You're saying, I want to go this way and I can't. That's all it is. So if you're stuck, creatively, I can't. What you're saying is, I can't do one very, very, very specific thing. You want to write about one specific type of character and one specific type of story, and you can't come up with any ideas for what's going to happen next. Same with art. You want to make one specific type of thing, one specific way, and you can't seem to. It's all nonsense. It's all garbage. You're stuck because your life is boring. Of course, you're not going to come up with anything creative because you're not doing anything to grasp all the amazing stuff out there. So the answer is you back up away from that wall, you look left, you look right, you look behind you, you back up a few steps, you walk to your right, you walk to your left, and you start seeing that there's a ton more stuff. And then you don't try to go back and be creative right away. Don't try to write right away. Don't try to make art. Go get into the world and live. Meet some people. Talk to some people. Most of all, face your fears. That's the biggest block. It's you shrinking into yourself and being afraid to do something a little bit harder every day, which is what makes life an adventure, which is what makes life exciting, which is what makes you grow. Get out of your comfort zone. Go for a walk. Put the pen down, put the art down, go for a walk. I don't care if the weather's bad. Go outside, call a friend you haven't called in a while, write a letter, get off the internet, do something totally unrelated to your art or your craft or your writing. Do something like cook a new recipe, go to a new restaurant, go drive somewhere you haven't driven before. Get out into the world, talk to people, do things, and you will find the universe is jam-packed with more stuff than you could ever do in a billion lifetimes. More things than you could ever create. And you're sitting here, hitting your head against the wall, saying you're stuck because you want to do something in a very narrow, specific way, and that's just not, that's become boring in your life, and your brain is shutting down because your brain is bored with you and it's mad at you because you're not doing anything exciting. So back up, readjust, and go do something exciting, and maybe take a few days away from your craft and just live. Do fun stuff, do exciting stuff, do challenging stuff, do stuff that scares you a little bit. Try some new exercises. Try some calisthenics, shake it up, get the blood moving. All that stuff is gonna shake loose your brain cells and your creativity, and pretty soon ideas are gonna start falling down into your brain, and you're gonna say, ooh, oh, and write them down in a notebook, or don't. But don't even rush back to your craft right away. Keep living a little bit, keep doing fun stuff, keep jumping around, keep hanging out with new people, keep taking a risk and talking to that person you thought was a little weird. Maybe the person is more weird than you thought. It's not gonna kill you. As long as they don't invite you into a white van in the middle of nowhere in an empty parking lot, talking to that weird person is probably going to be fine. As long as you're in an open area in the public with other people around, and it's not after midnight in a deserted town with the wind blowing in some kind of setting that reminds you of an Edgar Allan Poe novel. But other than that, go do some crazy stuff. And if you get hurt, it's not my telling you that did it. But go do some crazy stuff and don't be afraid. Now go do it. You got this.